Mutants! Welcome back, Streebo here with you from mutantville.com. Today I am going to talk about Chop Socky Action because it is Chop Socky Action week over at Vault of Mysterious Information, where I am guest hosting as at present while resident crazy engine Teeshirtjoe is on vacation. Or not on vacation, but he's tied up with work. Real life, so to speak, takes precedence over podcasts. It happens over at MVP at times as well. But I thought it's part of my vlog for today that I would just talk about Chop Socky action flicks for a while because, you know, at Vault of Mysterious Information, or VOMI, as I like to call it, they break their shows into three different parts discussing the subject in three different medium: films, TV, and comic books. So it's very cool. It's very fun. It leads to a lot of interesting discussions, especially for a creative individual myself that's, you know, that has worked in, at least at the amateur level, in both comic books and film. So mediums that I really, really enjoy. But anyway, to show you what a Chop Socky action freak that I am, I thought I would just show you some of my crap, and then some of my little collective trinkets and whatnot, like Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, the bust here, if I can ever get it lined up right. It's pretty badass. Don't look at the broken fingers. Yeah. That's what happens when I have things on my desk for too long. They eventually get knocked off. But, okay, if that wasn't cool enough, check this out. The Spirit of Shaolin. Open that up to the inside. Very cool. Yes, it did come with a belt. Just kidding. I'll be too busy looking good, baby. Jim Kelly and Muhammad Ali. So yes, I'm a Chop Socky action nut. Always have been, always will be. I suppose been a major influence on my life. So I thought I would show you just a selection of what I consider Chop Socky action flicks or shows or whatever. Well, quality, some of my favorites, and then when I get to the end, I'm going to go back and show you my top 5 out of what I just showed you. So these are in chronological order. Yojimbo, you know, samurai flick, one of the first, I mean, in my mind, first action-oriented samurai flick. Billy Jack, just for the one scene in the park where he kicks the fat guy's butt and then fights off everybody else, because that's a cool Hapkido sequence. I just go berserk. Billy Jack. Definitely a cult classic. Not a cult classic, but a classic. Enter the Dragon set the paradigm for all martial arts tournaments to follow. All martial arts tournament movies to follow. All just martial arts battle to the death movies in general to follow. 36 Chamber of Shaolin, aka Master Ninja. Starting Gordon Liu Chalang, who I recently heard had disappeared in China. So I don't know what's up there. I haven't heard the end of that story. If he's, I don't want to misquote things, but from what I understood was they were implying that perhaps some of his family made him disappear so they could get money, but I don't know. 5 Deadly Venoms. I don't know why I don't have this on DVD. For some reason, I've missed picking it up on DVD. I need to just go ahead and buy the Blu-ray now. But I picked it up back in the day when you could only get it as a bootleg of an import. This is from a PAL version, I guess, because these are the UK ratings. 5 Deadly Venoms. One of the crazy mystic kung fu movies, great kung fu mystic movies of all time. Shogun Assassin. Story of Lone Wolf and Cub from the classic comic book of the same name, or graphic novel, or manga, I suppose is the original medium or form, the manga. Lone Wolf and Cub. Koiki Kojimi. Can't remember both their names, or one of them, who knows. But this is the American version. to the States. First two movies combined into one by Roger Corman. Here's another fun one, The Octagon with Chuck Norris. The movie responsible not only for ninjas beginning that craze, sparking it, but also giving us the Octagon for all our UFC fans out there, MMA-ites. Karate Kid, mid-80s. Go way back there. If we're going to mention ninja movies, you might as well mention the American Ninja movies, and none of them was quite as cheese-tastic as American Ninja 2. He fought super ninjas, but none of them were a match for the American Ninja. Also qualifying as a Chop Socky flick because it qualifies as every kind of flick ever made. The Eliminators. That's all of the heroic archetype there. You can see over here on the end, Conan Lee. That's the Kung Fu guy. He's actually wielding a samurai sword, a katana there. But another great underrated performance by Andrew Prine here as the the charismatic anti-hero Indiana Jones character. And then you got the RoboCop dude and everybody. The Eliminators. As discussed on one of my guest appearances on Bloodbaths and Boomsticks. Definitely check those guys out at bloodbathsandboomsticks.blogspot.com. They put on a lot of they just great shows, mixture of bizarre cheese-tastic flicks. So check them out. Here's a fun one, Roadhouse with the Swayze dog. Last Call for Action. This version actually has the commentary by Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. It's worth the price of admission alone if the movie itself weren't such a classic. John Woo's Hardboiled. Yeah, not so much Kung Fu, but it's definitely Chop Socky because it was a gun fu, like that number 9 action film of all time. It's like a Kung Fu movie with guns. Hardboiled. One of the great Jet Li performances, Once Upon a Time in China. That's Wong Fei Hong. Wong Fei Hong. Another great Jet Li performance. Fist of Legend as the what's the character's name? They don't say it on the back here, but same character Bruce Lee played in the Chinese Connection. So, very cool. It's a remake of Bruce Lee's movie. One of the movies bring back awesome superhero flicks and awesome American Chop Socky flicks. The first Blade and the second one as well. Great fight sequences in both those movies. First one has more hand-to-hand oriented stuff. The second one is just off the wall insanity. But definitely Blade, highly overlooked series there. The Storm Riders from Japan. Story of warring, well, it's one samurai clan, isn't it? With 2 heirs, but Cloud and Wind, what's the guy's name? Just awesome magic sword, just mystic samurais battling each other. Great stuff with old Shokasugi. Sonny Chiba, excuse me. Yeah, Shokasugi. I got ninjas on the brain. Here we go. Bringing the Kung Fu back to America again. The Matrix. Got the Blu-ray there. It's the shitty Blu-ray cover, but the awesome Blu-ray inside. Then Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, part of the Resurgence. Classic Kung Fu movie that actually got to play in theaters in America. One of the first in a long, long time. Baki The Grappler. Awesome anime about a kid, Baki, that goes around just challenging all these masters and warriors and hand-to-hand combatants from around the world because he wants to be the best. It's pretty badass. Well, because his dad is the best, he wants to beat his dad, and in order to do that, he has to become the best. His dad's a real bastard, so to speak. Baki The Grappler, check that out. Samurai Jack, completely different, about a samurai that gets thrown forward in time by his arch nemesis Haku, who's a evil sorcerer. And it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. It's like Mad Max meets Yojimbo, so to speak. Another modern American Kung Fu samurai flick, Kill Bill. by the mighty QT. Samurai 7. It's a futuristic adaptation of Akira Kurosawa's The Seven Samurai. Afro Samurai, part of the Kill Bill spillover. Both RZA and Samuel L. Jackson combined forces. Very fun little series. Return to classic kung fu flicks with Ip Man, with Donnie Yen. If I can get it on the screen properly there. These are really sweet Blu-rays too. The last of the Donnie Yen flicks. Legend of the Fist, The Return of Chen Zhen. There's the character's name, the Bruce Lee character from Chinese Connection. I was trying to think of Chen Zhen. Because Legend of the Fist, which is very cool, is a direct sequel of sorts to both the Chinese Connection and Jet Li's Fist of Legend, where that character goes on to become a superhero-like figure. It's awesome. It combines, it creates this bizarre bridge between Bruce Lee's Chinese Connection character and his Green Hornet character of Kato. So it makes it something new into a Chinese superhero. He's like the Chinese Captain America, you know, except he's Chen Zhen, or whatever he's called in the movie. The Masked Man, I think is what they call him, or something. But very, very cool flick. Highly recommend that if you haven't seen it. Anyway, so there you go. There's my vlog for today. Chop Socky Action. Check it out over at the Vault of Mysterious Information. Of course, I am Streebo. If you want more of these vlogs, if you want to listen to MVP Mutant Radio, check out, or watch more Mutant TV, you can find all that and then some. And of course, you can buy your own copy of Tales from Mutantville, cheap plug, by following the links there, and get the special edition. This is the festival edition. I don't even have a special edition of my own. People are asking me about where to get them. I don't even have my own. I gotta buy my own. Anyway, with all 5 short films and the debut of Mutisha, the movie goddess herself. Ding ding! There she be right behind me on that side. Anyway, mutantville.com. That's where I'll be, and I'll see you there next time.